Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. Today we are checking out a 2016 Honda NC700x. Alright, a little bit different. I don't know that we've ever shown one of these before, but this is pretty unique. If you guys have seen these before, then you already have a bit of a clue. Now, we've sold these before, but I don't see a whole lot of them. But when we do get them, these are pretty cool because, number one, this is a bike that if you just like regular adventure style riding, relaxed, you don't need a ton of power. It is a parallel twin 700cc motor. You know, you're talking about a lot of fun on this bike to be had, and there are a lot of reasons as to why, and we're going to get into that. 670cc parallel twin, as you can see. They badge it a 700. They always up it up there a little bit. Wheelbase on this, 67.6 inches. The seat height is 32.7 inches. The gas tank, which is back here, and we'll show you that in a little bit, is a 3.7 gallon tank. The weight is roughly 500 pounds. And gas mileage on something like this is around 60 to 70 miles per gallon. Just depends on how much you're twisting that throttle. Pro-Link suspension, 6-speed gearbox. It's chain driven. So that's your basic stats on the bike. As far as condition, it is in really nice shape. Bar ends, all the ends are in nice shape. You know, all these bikes are pre-owned, so there is going to be, you know, obviously some little things here and there, but nothing really outstanding on this bike to show you. Everything is really clean, in good shape. You can see here, as you get up through, it's liquid cooled. That motor, the way that this sits in this chassis now, we'll get into that a little bit. It sort of gives you the impression here that if you look, if you tore it apart, it's sort of like in a scooter style frame because everything is down here. The motor points that direction. Most of them sit up a little bit higher, but that alleviates space for that stuff and gives you room for something very cool. Come over here. I'm going to unlock these and look at that space. You have all that storage space now because of the fact that you have moved things. The gas tank, motor's canted forward like that, so I mean that's big enough for, you know, a helmet to fit in. Pretty much, you know, if you're going to the grocery store, things like that, it's large enough for that as well. You have a little toolkit in there as well. We'll close this up. Already opened the rear here, and there's your gas tank. So this is where your filler is. You have a little knob right here to push, and it'll close it. You have to just kind of, there you go. Pretty easy there, but that's the major difference. It rides like a regular motorcycle. These are balanced really well because of the fact that the gas tank's underneath the seat and there's not much up and top in the top part of the bike. So it's pretty unique in terms of the ride. So again, for anybody that's looking to commute, that is somewhat of that adventure style because you have the handlebars, you have your elbows out, so you have leverage when you're riding. It's a very good seating position, mid controls, so it should be very intuitive to ride this bike. I cannot believe anybody that gets on this that likes that style of bike wouldn't like it because of the fact that it is very intuitive. It's very lightweight in terms of how it steers. It doesn't, you don't feel that weight so much around in this bike as you do with other ones, that's for sure, just because of the way that this is laid out. Now, all stock, you know, it's got the bark busters on there. You're talking about a stock exhaust, and you can put the bags on it. I think this one does come with them. I don't generally put them on in the showroom because it's too hard to maneuver around, but you get the idea. I mean, if you want to see what the bags look like, you can go online and check it out. These are the little stays that you put the bag on, and that keeps it from moving underneath. It does have a center stand, which is really, really nice. So you can start your bike up. Your case is on either side or level, so it's easier to put stuff in them. Nothing's dropping out the other side, so kind of simple. But again, chain driven. Very straightforward bike. There's nothing in terms of crazy stuff going on with this one, as you're going to find out. But again, blemish-wise, there's really not much going on for any of that. It's in really awesome shape. Very well taken care of. And it's fully serviced, inspected, and detailed, ready to rock and roll. So here we go. Now we take the key out of there because that unlocks your trunk. Also unlocks the rear for the gas. You can see this bike's got 13,970 miles on it. So for 2016, it's been ridden, but it's, you know, again, it's in awesome shape for the year. So not a ton of mileage. This is a digital display. You have your speedometer there in the middle, your digital readout. This is your tach. You have your fuel gauge down here, your clock. Let's see here. Also, you can toggle, like every bike has their trip meters. You can toggle it over there, and this is where you can reset all that stuff. So over here, controls, high beam, low beam. This is your hazards. You can see how that's indicating up top there. You can see high, low, high. This is cool. You don't have to turn the bike on for that. That's low beam. That's high beam. Low beam, high beam. This will be left front turn signal. So everything works, of course, as we service the bikes. You know, we go through these as best as we can to make them as close as we can to what they were when they were new. Now, again, they're all pre-owned. They're all used. So it's going to be broken in nice. That's your left rear. And then this is right front. Sorry, right rear and right front. Let's see. Again, high beam, low beam, hazards, horn. Cancel, go left, cancel, right, cancel. And this little gadget right there is for your heated hand grips. So you get a little bit chilly in the winter time as it gets closer, autumn maybe. The bark busters are nice because it deflects the air and the wind away from your hand, but it leaves when you have the grip warmer on, gives you nice warmth to your hand. Both of your hands for that matter. There's a little line going in there for that. But that is a big difference maker when you're riding. So let's start this up. Now, it's not going to be anything crazy, I'm sure, but let's see what she's got. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Ding that notification bell for updated content. Sounds like a parallel twin. It's nice and quiet so that your neighbors are not going to really notice you starting this bike up early in the morning. And most people don't really put exhausts on these style bikes. They are out there, of course, but most of the ones that I've ever seen that come through here are all stock. You rarely get anything that's been fully modified or anything like that with an exhaust system, but I'm sure you can get them. Let's give it a rev. Wow, it's got some deepness to the motor there. It's got some gruff growl going on. Nice. Really, really nice. You can see your tach. That's a pretty beefy sounding bike. I mean, I'm sure it's kind of hard to hear it, but that is nice. Yeah, the ride on these, again, it's pretty daggone smooth. It's a Honda, so what would you expect, right? Really, really nice bike. Again, the seat height is not super tall, but it is definitely taller than most sport bikes. It's going to have that suspension travel, as you can see. So if you're going down a fire road, if you're in that kind of a terrain or territory that you're riding in and it's not necessarily asphalt, the suspension is good enough for that. You can see your way underneath there. So again, somewhat adventure tourer. Definitely a commuter. Very comfortable bike. Saddlebags, the panniers, or however you want to refer to them as, they go on the back there. You have the little rack that you can also put maybe a trunk or a little top case. There's all that kind of stuff available. But these bikes are that versatile that you really are going to give yourself an awesome ride to work, commute, to the beach, to campsites. However you want to use it, this is a very versatile bike for that type of a thing. So if you're digging the 2016 Honda NC700X, give us a call, 717-273-1809. Now you can see the full list of our current inventory at www.cyclehunters.com. And as you can see, we have sport bikes, cruisers, some interesting bikes out there, like the Janus. We have all kinds of things. We have our service department that is constantly busy. And if you need service and you're close by, give us a call, 717-273-1809. You can email us at cyclehunters@gmail.com. We have options as far as financing. We do have abilities to ship bikes, and if you're close enough, we can ship them. So give us a call. Come check them out. Whoop. Don't want to trip there. Yeah, nice bike. Well, my friends, hope everybody's doing great as we get into the fall riding season. Remember, wear your gear, stay safe, and happy riding.